Hey everyone, TJ here with RunningsShoesGuru.com, here to talk today about the ASICS GT-2000. Now the ASICS GT-2009 is the mid-tier stability offering from ASICS. It sits right underneath the Kayano and right above the GT-1000. It has been around for about 25 years. In my estimation, I remember back in the day I would run in when they would count by tens. I remember running in the GT-2140s, GT-2150s. But to be honest with you, it had been about 7 years since I ran in a shoe. So I was excited to see what it would bring. As I said earlier in my review, I have a history with the ASICS GT-2000 series. I was curious to see how the ASICS GT-2009 stacks up. As I say in my reviews, let's start from the ground up. The outsole of the ASICS GT-2009 is covered in an ASICS high abrasion rubber. We've got regular blown rubber up here. Down here is a carbon rubber. That's supposed to be more durable for impact. Like I've said in many of my reviews, ASICS has one of the most durable materials for their outsole. This thing is gonna last you a long time. I put probably close to 100 miles on these. Fairly new looking still. They last mile after mile. While we're along the outsole, right here, Trussic system. That hasn't changed from previous editions. The Trussic system's also in the Kayano. It's not, or a more scaled down version is found in the 1000s. That Trussic system really holds your foot in place. It allows for this and this to kind of move independently of each other. Very, very secure. The thing that works with the Trussic is the dynamic Duo Max. Dual density foam right here, you'll find it runs all the way down to here. That is basically their medial post. So with this and this, you're gonna get a real secure feeling. ASICS shoes are always super secure, in my opinion, and it's the case with this one for sure. You got the gel cushioning right here, strategically placed in the back. You also will find gel cushioning in the forefoot to give you a little bit more bounce. One thing I did notice that was quite different from the 2000s to the Kayanos that I reviewed earlier this year is there's an absence of flight foam propel, which is found in the forefoot of the Kayano, but it's not found in these. That is evident, my friends. That makes it so the ride is a stiffer ride than the Kayano by quite a bit. It just seems a bit stiff, a bit unforgiving, not a lot of pop to it, but it is responsive. It's responsive too. And like I said, you have that Trussic and that Dual Max is a stable shoe, just like all of ASICS stability options. They're gonna be stable and secure. Let's talk about the upper of the ASICS GT-2009. Not much has changed. They've updated the material used. It's still a twin layer mesh. They've improved the fit and feel of it. It's a very flexible yet durable fabric. Breathable, there's no points of irritation in this. Let's move on back, talk about the true strength of the upper, in my opinion, the heel clutching system. They have ample cushioning on the heel collar to really hug that heel and ankle. The heel clutching system really holds it in place and works in tandem with the Trussic and the Duo Max to add to that stability of the shoe. You are not gonna go wrong if you need stability with this shoe, because it holds your feet in place securely and provides that stability that you may need. The upper overall is a strength of the shoe. It fits great, it's breathable, it's flexible. It counteracts some of maybe the shortcomings of the midsole. Let's talk about the strengths of the ASICS GT-2009s, the things that I liked about this shoe. I really liked the upper of this shoe. The upper was a comfortable fit. It was flexible, it was breathable. The heel clutching system especially was nice to hold your foot into place. I mean, it's gonna really hold it. That works in tandem with my next things that I liked about it. I like the dynamic Duo Max and the Trussic system and how they provide support. A lot of people say it's an old school approach. You see a lot of the brands out there kind of evolving and trying stuff new. ASIC knows what works for them, and they keep using it year after year. Similar to Mizuno, I found myself constantly comparing this shoe to the Wave Inspires, which I reviewed earlier this year, just with how they provide stability in their ride. So those are two of the things that I really like, the upper and then how it provides stability. Let's talk about a little bit of the drawbacks though, because there are some drawbacks. This 2009 edition is a stiff ride. I found it to be inconsistent with his rides. Some runs were awesome, felt really great. Other ones were rough. We're talking stiff, lack of energy return. You just overall feel your feet, your legs, your body more tired because this shoe's not giving much kind of oomph back to you, especially on the toe off. I would have loved to see this shoe with some of that fly flow and propel that they use for the Kayano to see if it adds that pop. Those shortcomings really kind of overshadowed some of the positives of this shoe. It's a very middle of the road trainer. It's not the leader of the pack, and it's not so terrible that I just absolutely didn't want to run. It just kind of was kind of a blah, like, it's there, like it's a reliable shoe, it's durable, it's going to last you mile after mile after mile. It just may seem that those miles are not the most enjoyable running experience you've ever had. I would also take some time and compare it to the other ones. So I ran in all 4 stability options of ASICS over the last couple of years, the 1000s, the 2000s, Kayanos, and the 4000s, which is their motion control. I would honestly say, if someone were to ask me, TJ, what ASICS stability offering I should go with, which one would be right for me, I would recommend, so it kind of depends, I would recommend the 1000s. If you are more kind of a budget-based runner, I think they execute the 1000s better than the execution of this shoe. It's just as stable, has a little bit more pop or zing to the ride of it, and it's $20 cheaper. Now, if money isn't your thing, you spend however much, I would then recommend the Kayano 27s. They were the best out of the last 3 editions. 160, gonna have a little bit more tech than this one, more reliable than this one, than the 2000s, just an overall better shoe. But for this one, it's a very middle of the road runner, trainer, that there's many shortcomings that would prevent it from having it become my daily stability trainer. As always, runners, if you like this review, please like below. Also, if you like hearing reviews from runningshoesguru.com, please subscribe. We appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. Thanks again for watching.